Welcome back, guys, to another BMG video, and today I'll be testing out if sway bars really make you faster and more controlled. And now you may be saying, yeah, there's sway in the name, but I actually want to find out by going around the West Coast racetrack, and we're going to have 3 vehicles to test in. We're going to have a full independent suspension vehicle, which is going to be the Sunburst. A part independent, part solid axle, which is going to be the D series with an independent front and a solid rear. And the next one is going to be a solid front, solid rear, which will be the Hopper. And we're going to test them with and without sway bars to see if there really is a big difference, even if you don't have sway bars, or if you do, just for something scientific purposes. Okay, here we go. We are starting the race, and let's see how fast we can get going. So the Sunburst does have a little bit of understeer, but this is with the sway bars, and then we'll will be without. Sorry for my bad driving right now. I usually do the track. I always race the track the other way. For some reason, the challenge has the track put on backwards, and so I have no idea. I'm not used to driving the track backwards. You can't reset. Oh, jeez. So far, I'm not doing too bad though. Sunburst is a good feeling car. Once we get into the sections with all the turns and everything, this thing is going, like here, sway bars are really going to make a difference, or should make a big difference. Okay, here we go, down the last few corners. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to slow down. Okay, here we go, there's the finish line, full throttle all the way to the end. Okay then, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Now, without the sway bars. Here we are without the sway bars. Wait, what? Wait, I just did the same exact race, and I swear it was the other way, and it's almost always the other way. So, first things first, this thing has definitely a lot more body. This thing has definitely got a lot more body weight than it usually does. And a bit more understeer too, actually. You can see this thing, it's leaning now. It's like a boat now. A little harder to control, but it doesn't make too big of a difference. It's still okay. Okay, now let's see. I don't know if this is gonna make a difference, but I'm gonna turn off traction control just because it's gonna help me. Just as I do so, I skate out into a wall. Now I don't know where we're supposed to brake, but we'll brake at the 300 mark. Oh, too late. Okay, that was too late braking point, but I mean, you gotta know your car somehow. So good to know. I don't really feel a difference in anything else besides the a little bit of a cheeky little corner cut here. It's fine. Oh jeez. Hard on the brakes. I'm gonna make a little cut. Corner cut. Cheeky little corner cut. And floor it. Full finish. And that was faster. But I do have to say make that big of a difference, the sway bars, actually. Surprisingly. Now, to the D series. Now we are here in the D series at the racetrack. Okay, don't stall it. There we go. This is with sway bars. Now let me slow down real quick. Come around this corner gently. Now next gear. We're going all the way to red line. Should go into interior view. Okay, oh, almost lost it there. I'm gonna turn on the headlights so I can see the dashboard. Okay. Now we're gonna come back outside. Now we're in the corner. Down Whoa, whoa, whoa. I definitely feel like I lost my traction. But I think I played that on no ABS because I'm so used to having my vehicle that I drive with ABS. It really makes driving much easier. Slow down now. Make this corner forward. The all-wheel drive does make this vehicle understeer a little bit instead of oversteer, which is fine because I prefer understeer over oversteer, because oversteer, you gotta always be constantly careful on how much throttle you're putting, but all-wheel drive is basically boring until the corner comes. Okay, here comes the last one. We're not going to shift up, we're not going to shift up, we're shifting up. And here we go. Okay then. I am happy with this. And now, without the sway bars. Okay, here we are without the sway bars, and we're heading back in the same direction. I don't know what happened there with the sunburst, where on the second one made us go the other way. But here we go. Got no sway bars in this thing. Before we had full sway bars, now we have no sway bars. Okay. Lost a little bit of traction there. Oh, this thing definitely needs a lot more. I can feel it. But it's actually not that drastic of a difference. I think it's because of the sport coilovers. They're stiff enough. They're stiff enough that they can cope for the extra body roll. Okay, that was not smooth. But I don't blame that on the sway bars, I blame that on myself. Okay, now I want to break it a little bit. Up because we're gonna have to slow down here anyway. Put in second gear, we're not gonna put it in first. Yeah, this thing definitely needs more. Definitely see it. Look at that front right tire. It's definitely a little bit higher off the ground than it was before. But I think you could see a little bit more difference if you had less springs in this thing. Like the hopper is not going to have spring springs at all, so I think that should have a lot more body roll because of that. Now here we come down the last stretch. Third gear, third. Oh, that doesn't work out sometimes. But somehow faster than it was before. Which is really surprising. Or no. Oh no, it is slower. 2 seconds slower without the sway bars. And keep in mind, this is not like completely fair test because I can't drive exactly the same each time, but I'm happy with that. Okay, here we go. Starting the race in the hopper. Here we go. This thing is not very particularly fast compared to a lot of vehicles out there. Okay, locked up a tire there. Oh, this thing feels good. Doesn't understeer. This thing isn't turbocharged or supercharged though, which kind of makes me a little sad because now I don't have that much power. But the upside to that is that, okay, that thing almost tipped over there. It's a good thing they left the roll cage in this thing. This thing definitely wants to tip over, that's for sure. Okay. We'll try to drift around the corner to work. Now we're coming in onto the inside here. Interior view. Let's put a tire on the apex. Mix gear. And now we gotta slow down a little bit. Whoa. Slow down too much. This thing, whoa, is kind of a little odd to drive. Because it wants to tip over. And it doesn't really like going. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Yeah, I like sticking up that front tire. That's for sure. I'm gonna slow down. Put it into second gear. Rev her up a little bit. Got my finger ready on the clutch. Clutch her. Second gear. Let's tip her over. Here we come. Onto the last stretch. A 228. That is not bad whatsoever. I'm going to take off the sway bars and come back again. Okay, here we are. No sway bars on the hopper. Revving it up. Whoa, this thing gets a lot more torque twist now that I took off the sway bar. It definitely feels like twisted. And it's a little crazy. Okay, gotta tip over. Oh. I didn't mean tip over that way. Okay. Gotta continue on. Whoa. Oh, jeez. This thing definitely likes moving. Solid axle vehicles have actually started to lean more to the independent suspension. For some reason, independent suspension vehicles, they don't really like to lean over even without the sway bars. They didn't really get that much more lean. While the ones with the solid axles, they definitely got a lot more. Sway bars are really making, like without the sway, oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay, stalled her. Come on, I gotta keep going. I thought this thing would continue, this engine would continue all the way onto red line before it stopped accelerating. But it stopped accelerating at 6,000 RPM. I didn't realize that. So that backstretch was a lot slower, so you might have to subtract, what, like another 1 or 2 seconds from the time to get like a more accurate time than the time that we got from them. Oh, I'm getting now. But here we go, gotta continue on. Let's see what's coming through. Oh, jeez. Locked her up on the last corner. Whoa. Yeah, this thing definitely does not feel as controllable as with the sway bars. That is definitely for sure. So a 240. Subtract maybe like 3 seconds from that, and we got a 228 before. without the sway bars, it's a lot slower on solid axle vehicle. Well, that was a very interesting one because the independent suspension, it didn't really affect it too much. The independent plus solid axle, front and rear, it made a very small difference. Didn't make that big of a difference. And with full solid axles, it's a beam axle in the front, but with full solid axles, it made a big difference, especially because this thing was trying to tip over all the time. Well, if you guys liked today's video, please subscribe, and if you want to see anything else, tell me down in the comments below, and I will probably read it and will make a video on whatever you want me to make a video on. Well, see you all later.